The Eurocopter EC120 Colibri is a 5-seat, single-engine, light helicopter, jointly designed and developed by Eurocopter, China National Aero-Technology Import (NAMP) Export Corporation, Harbin Aviation Industries Limited and Singapore Technologies Aerospace Limited at Eurocopter France's Marignane facility. The EC120 is assembled by Eurocopter in France and Australia. In China, the aircraft is produced by Harbin Aircraft Manufacturing Corporation as the HC120. In 2004, HAMC began local manufacturing of the HC120 at their assembly line in Harbin, in northern China. In the Chinese market, both the People's Liberation Army and multiple local police forces have purchased HC120 helicopters. Development. The EC120 Colibri has its origins in the P120, a proposal by French helicopter manufacturer Aerospace that was intended to replace both their Aerospace Gazelle and Aerospace SAR-315B Llama single-engine helicopters. During the 1980s, Aerospace sought international partners with which to co-produce the P120. These included aerospace companies in China, Singapore, and Australia. In the aftermath of the Chinese government's crackdown on the Tiananmen Square protests of 1989, the exclusion of Chinese involvement in the project was speculated. On the 20th of October 1992, a contract for the joint development contract of the new helicopter was signed by the three principal partners of the project: the newly formed Eurocopter, China National Aero-Technology Import (NAMP) Export Corporation and Singapore Aerospace Limited. Under the joint development agreement, Eurocopter received a 61% controlling interest and technical leader in the program. CATIC received a 24% work share and STARO received a 15% work share. CATIC designed and produced the cabin structure and fuel system. STARO produced the tail boom, access doors, and composite materials, while Eurocopter produced the dynamic assemblies, installed the avionics, electrical and hydraulic systems, and conducted the final assembly activity. Development of the rotorcraft allowed Eurocopter to extend its range to include 1.5 metric ton rotorcraft. On the 9th of June 1995, the first prototype EC120 Colibri conducted its maiden flight. By February 1996, the prototype had accumulated 60 flight hours. A second prototype joined the test program later that year. In February 1997, the EC120 Colibri was formally launched at the Helicopter Association International Show in Anaheim, California. By June 1997, more than 50 orders had been received for the type. By October 1998, more than 100 orders had been received for the type, leading Eurocopter to increase the production rate from 4 helicopters per month to 6. In 2002, Eurocopter was in the process of establishing a second assembly line for the EC120 at Australian Aerospace's facility in Brisbane, Australia. In September 2003, Eurocopter and China Aviation Industry Corporation expanded the partnership agreement to include a co-production arrangement with Aviation subsidiary Harbin Aircraft Industry Group. On the 11th of June 2004, a final production agreement was signed. Under the agreement, Katia and Hague received exclusive market rights in China, and Eurocopter agreed to stop selling French-built EC-120s in mainland China. In June 2014, the People's Liberation Army of China became the launch customer for the Harbin-produced HC-120, reportedly placing an order for 8 of the type with options for 50 more. Design. The EC120 Colibri is a single-engine multi-mission helicopter designed for safe, simple, and cost-effective operations. It incorporates several of Eurocopter's trademark technologies. Those of prominence are the Speriflex main rotor head and the 8-bladed Fenestron anti-torque tail rotor. These have been partially credited with contributing to the rotorcraft's noise signature, which is 6.7 decibels below International Civil Aviation Organization limits. Airbus Helicopters has claimed that the EC120B possesses the lowest operating cost in its class. As of 2014, the EC120 has the distinction of being the only single-engine rotorcraft to be certified to JAI FAR 27 standards, measures incorporated to meet these standards include an energy-attenuating main structure, energy-absorbent seats for all on board, and a crash-resistant fuel system. The aircraft features a wide ergonomic cabin with high levels of external visibility, which can accommodate a single pilot along with 4 passengers in typical passenger configuration. The design of the cabin is suitable for a wide variety of civilian and parapublic missions, such as utility transport, offshore transport, training, law enforcement, casualty evacuation and corporate transport. In the casualty evacuation role, the rotorcraft can carry 1 pilot and 1 stretcher patient as well as 1 or 2 medical attendants. In a cargo carrying capacity, the EC120 can carry 1 pilot plus 2.94 cubic meters of total useful load volume spread between the cabin and the 0.8 cubic meters hold, which is externally accessible from the right-hand side and to the rear, as well as from the cabin in some configurations. To ease cargo operations, the cabin floor is flat and unobstructed. Alternatively, a cargo sling can be installed to carry cargo of up to 700 kilograms. According to Airbus Helicopters, the EC120B integrates a high level of advanced technology to make the rotorcraft easier and safer to fly, as well as to reduce costs. A particular emphasis was placed on allowing end customers to perform as much of the maintenance tasks themselves. The primary instrument panel is the twin-screen vehicle and engine multifunction display, which provides control and monitoring of various aspects of the rotorcraft, such as the Fenestron tail rotor and key engine parameters. The VEMD decreases overall pilot workload for greater safety. In a baseline configuration, flight controls are installed only on the right-hand side. Dual controls are left-hand only. Flight controls can be optionally installed. Third parties have offered their own avionics suites for the EC120, adding functionality such as an autopilot. In addition to various civil roles, the EC120 has also been used by several military operators to conduct training, observation and light utility missions. Airbus Helicopter has promoted the type in a training capacity due to features such as positive control response, performance computation systems, modern instrumentation for ease of use, overall compact size, and a high level of cabin visibility. A wide range of optional equipment can be installed upon the EC120B. This includes a wire strike protection system, air conditioning, sand filter, skis, windshield wipers, electrical external mirrors, a cargo sling, emergency flotation gear, forward-looking infrared cameras, and external spotlights. For corporate customers, the EC120 can be equipped with a stylish interior, offering a luxurious interior with leather upholstery, in-flight office and telecommunications facilities, along with reduced noise and vibration levels via additional insulation. Operational history. The first EC120B was delivered in 1998. By 2008, Eurocopter had already delivered more than 550 Colibris to various customers. In 2004, the United States Department of Homeland Security U.S. Customs and Border Protection selected the EC120B to meet its light sign cutter requirement, a program potentially involving 55 aircraft with a total value of $75 million in then-year dollars. In 2006, the CBP ordered 15 EC120B helicopters, with a further 5 aircraft since ordered. The Spanish Air Force has procured a number of EC120s, which are used as rotary wing trainers at the Armilla AFB. In 2003, the SPAF formed an aerobatic display team, the Patrulla ASPA, which used the type. A typical display involves 5 EC120s performing complex maneuvers in addition to formation flight. In January 2008, the French Defense Ministry selected the EC120 as the French Army's new lead-in rotary wing trainer to replace the Aerospace Gazelle. 36 EC120Bs equipped with SEGAM avionics shall be operated through a 22-year public-private partnership with operator Elidax. On 12 October 2010, the final EC120 was delivered to Elidax. Since 2011, a number of EC120s have been operated by the Traffic Police of Kurdistan, Iraq. As of 2014, the crews are trained to undertake surveillance and rescue missions. In 2015, an EC120B was used as a flying demonstrator for the European Clean Sky Environmental Research Programme, built to trial aviation diesel technologies. The EC120B demonstrator was equipped with a 4.6-litre turbocharged V8 jet 8-piston engine and a multiplier gearbox in the place of the standard Arias turboshaft power plant. The new engine should noticeably reduce several emissions and direct operating costs while increasing range. The engine weighs about 200 kilograms without gearbox and cooling. Tests indicate about 30 to 50% less consumption. Variants: EC120B Colibri, standard designation. HC120, Chinese-built variant of the EC120. Operators: civil operators. The EC120 is used by both private individuals and companies, helicopter charter and training organizations, as well as law enforcement and government use. Australia Westpac Life Saver Rescue Helicopter Service. Brazil Federal Highway Police. Canada Calgary Police Service. Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Edmonton Police Service. York Regional Police. Winnipeg Police Service. Germany Bundespolizei. Lithuania State Border Guard. Spain Spanish National Police. United States San Jose Police Department. Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office. Baltimore Police Department. Austin Police Department. Albuquerque Police Department. Sacramento County Sheriff's Department. Military operators: China People's Liberation Army Air Force. France Elidax. Indonesia Indonesian Air Force. Indonesian Navy. Malaysia Royal Malaysian Air Force. Singapore Republic of Singapore Air Force. Spain Spanish Air Force. Specifications. Data from Eurocopter EC120B 2008 Tech Data Book. General characteristics: crew 1 or 2 pilots. Capacity 4 passengers. Length 9.6 meters. Rotor diameter 10.0 meters. Height 3.4 meters. Empty weight 991 kilograms. Useful load 724 kilograms. Max takeoff weight 1715 kilograms. Power plant 1 times turbo mega Arias 2F turboshaft 376 kilowatts. Performance never exceeds speed, 278 km per hour. Cruise speed, 223 km per hour. Range, 710 km. Service ceiling, 5,182 meters. Rate of climb, 5.84 meters per second. Avionics vehicle and engine multifunction display with first limit indicator fitted as standard.